All right, Linda, you told me earlier that you've had some experience with somebody that's got Alzheimer's. I just wondered if you could share that with me.
Yeah. I have a client whose husband has Alzheimer's. And I've worked with her. She has a lot of pain, back pain and leg pain. And she asked me if I could help at all with her husband. So I've done a bit. We started off with just general tapping, because he doesn't have memory from 1 minute to the next. He can't remember what happened to him 5 minutes ago. He can't remember why am I doing this? He's in quite late stages of Alzheimer's. So we started off with just general. He has a fidget where he does this. So we started off with just using this twitching to tap. And it was just a sort of generalised, not necessarily even points, just sort of all over his face and then. And he caught onto that very quickly, and we just did that for a while. And then a few weeks later, she said to me, when you come, he's much calmer, and he seems to be able to actually hold his attention on something for longer. While we're there, he can't read, but he likes to be read to, but it doesn't hold his attention for any length of time. So after he's been tapping and we sit down and read, he'll sit down and he'll listen to a long part of the story. So his attention span's much better. His memories he can remember what happened to him in his childhood. He can remember what happened to him years ago. He's got good memories for a long time ago, although he can't remember what happened yesterday. So we can go back and we talk about them. And if there is anything that upsets him at all, we tap on the anger, we tap on the anxiety, we tap on the worry. At the moment, I can't say for definite that there's any great changes there. That's what we're working on. All I can say is that he's definitely much calmer. He definitely recognises the fact that he's doing something that helps him. And his wife seems to be much more at ease with him. So we're still waiting to see what the long-term progress is and prospects, but at the moment it's certainly making a difference to his life in that he's much calmer.
And how far back can you go with, does he remember
he goes way back to childhood.
Can you go back 2 or 3 months or a year, or is that still not?
He's still not very good with that short term for him. Right. So the least amount of time we've gone back, I think, has been about 5 years, which was just before the Alzheimer's really got quite bad. He can sort of remember the start of it. So we're gradually just working, and then we go back to just before that and what he can remember just before that and how he felt then and when did you last feel like this. Exactly as the art of change, it's just it's a bit slower, and sometimes he sort of loses the thread of where we are in that conversation, because that's real time, and his attention span some days is very good and other days isn't very good.
So he doesn't remember the last few hours or even yesterday at all?
No, sometimes we can be sitting and he can't remember what he's actually supposed to be doing now. But his memory for his childhood, what he'd done when he was 4, is clear and vivid, which is very good actually for when you're trying to change the memory and flip it, because if it's not a good memory, it's actually good because he's got it very, very clear and very, very vivid, and he actually gets all the feelings, and you can see the anger, and he can tell you the colours, he can tell you everything about it. They've got very, very vivid memories.
Do you know how long he's had Alzheimer's?
He's had this now for about 5 years. That's why we don't seem to have got past when the Alzheimer's started, when we start to go back.
How old is he?
He is 68.
Oh, it sounds good. Sounds like making.
So we'll stay on top of it and we'll let him know the progress at the moment. Certainly, like I say, he's calmer. He knows what he's doing when we're tapping, which is good because he didn't when we started. He does now, and he recognises that he's going to tap, and it seems to have a good. He does this, and you can see that he actually visibly relaxes, because he's quite tense most of the time.
Yeah. I guess because Faster EFT works on the emotional system, that's where you're getting the results.
It sends you that relaxation, doesn't it? And
relaxation.
allows your body to do what it does naturally.
Yes, yeah, that's brilliant.
Until we get in our own way. So just get out of the way.